Hello and welcome back to another episode of What You Missed News, video game news show where I recap what happened that you may have missed, might be important to the video game industry and to you, ladies and gentlemen. So before we get into the video, I have two things to mention. First off, you might be wondering why I'm dressed up like this. Yes, I might be looking great, good, and fly, and all that good stuff. Might have a bunch of style and swag to me, but there's another purpose to it, ladies and gentlemen. You may have heard about the shootings that recently have occurred. America's very infamous for this stuff, and there's various reasons, various arguments going on there. I'm not getting political with this. I'm just saying I'm wearing this in memory of those individuals to honor them in my new show. I don't really have a patch or anything like that in remembrance, so I did what I could, ladies and gentlemen. That occurred in Florida, so I'm dressed up like an individual who is visiting Florida or in Florida or who's just around Florida. I even have some nice sunglasses for that occasion as well. So, let's jump into the news, and we're going to begin with Super Mario Odyssey players breaking the new balloon mode. This is a first-hand news story for me, ladies and gentlemen, because I was playing the new balloon mode, and I was earning enough coins to get that all-coveted skeleton outfit. Yeah, I didn't unlock that because of how many coins it needed, and I did unlock it after about 3 hours of playing the game. So, balloon mode, yeah, it's where you take a balloon and you go and hide it and you attempt to go and find it, or you can, go and find someone else's and someone else finds yours. It's pretty much a game of hide and seek in some way, shape, or form. It's timed, and if you do it quick, you get extra coins. If you find it, you get coins, and if you fail, you get to retry for a certain amount of coins. It's a great way to generate coins, but people are breaking the game, glitching the game so that they can earn coins, because if you fail to find someone else's balloon, then they get coins, and they get coins for the number of tries that people try to find their balloon. Basically, it creates an infinite loop of them being able to get coins. Now, I ran into many people who were basically cheating and putting balloons in areas, glitching into buildings, glitching them into spots where you just can't pop the balloon. And that's very devious and very grimy. And basically, their names kept coming up on the list, and I would just have to avoid them. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in that mode, just be aware that there are some grimy hacks and cheats going on. So you're not crazy, you're not terrible at the game. Some people are just very grimy and dirty. Also, Nintendo is now letting people leave Switch game reviews on its site. Now, this isn't really reviews so much as just comments. I suppose you could put a lot of comments down there and it would end up being a review, but the minimum is 50 characters, so you do have to write a pretty decent comment. And basically, you review it in a very mild, basic form. It's not like an extensive YouTube review or an article or anything like that, but maybe it will become that. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If that's something you are interested in, that's something I'm interested in, you can do that now. And we're going on to the shooting news, unfortunately. This is not a good thing I like to discuss, not at all, but Facebook is pulling its VR demo from a conservative conference after backlash. No, okay, I can understand people being very insensitive and very sensitive at the same time, both people pressing against each other because of what has recently happened. But how long until people go back to, oh, it's okay, that's fine. You can have a video game being played in this conference. You can have a video game demo being shown. This is someone's livelihood. This is someone's business. There's this great argument that violent video games causes these shootings. Let me tell you right now, I'm completely against that. I don't think it's that, not whatsoever. Oh my God, no. Violent video games, God, man. It's so difficult being a gamer these days because you just get slapped all the time. Oh, video games did this. Oh, video games did that. Oh, video games are a cause of this. And you're just sitting here thinking to yourself, look, it's just a video game. You pick up the controller, you play the game. The people behind the controller, if they have mental instabilities, if they have problems with their family, if they have problems with their life, maybe it's not the violent video game. Maybe it's the lack of the counseling. Maybe it's their mental health. Maybe it's the state that they're in. Maybe they shouldn't be playing violent video games in the state that they're in, And it leads to things like the shootings that recently occurred. which is really, really unfortunate, because then video games, they get blamed for that. And it's just like, really, man, really, are we going down this path again? So instead of getting more funding for your local mental health in your high schools, programs, counseling programs to help you, you are just gonna blame violent video games. You know, like, come on, man. Stop being so blind. Stop being so ignorant. Stop being so stupid. I bet you right now, please leave a comment in the section below. How many of you have an active counselor who is on duty 24/7 in your local high school and grade school? Let me know if it's more than one. Because when I went to school, 500 kids. 500. In my grade alone, one counselor for all of them. It's ridiculous. And you sit here, oh, it's video games. Video games are the problem. Maybe it's the one guy who has to handle 500 emotionally changing, charged, aggressive children with tons of different families, backgrounds, and lives. Maybe it's that. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just on the dean's list for my college. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. So there you go. Nice double negative to make it seem like I don't understand or comprehend anything. Anyways, Overwatch League team in Florida, Mayhem, are honoring the Parkland shooting victims, so that's very nice. They're going to be wearing patches and raising funds to donate to the tragedy, which is, yeah, that's a good way of going about it. But notice that that's a video game. That's esports team, Overwatch, and it's a first-person shooter. And oh my lord, but violent video games cause the shootings, right? You know, we have people like the president sitting here saying stuff like that. They're talking about violent video games contribute to these shootings, and it's ridiculous. God dang it, man, I swear on my life. But then you have big teams like this willing to go out and donate money to tragedies like that. It's ridiculous. Burns me up inside. There's a new brief movie version of Papers, Please. If you don't know what Papers, Please is, it's an indie game where you are at a checkpoint for a border to let people in, and the game continuously increases in difficulty by you having to remember what you have to check for to let people in, and it becomes a very politically driven, very emotionally interesting game where you have to be worried about and weigh the positives of letting someone in to get work for their family. Anyways, you watch the movie, you'll pretty much get the gist of it. It's really, really nice. It's number 4 on trending, and that's what you are seeing, ladies and gentlemen. I would shout out the person who created the movie, but I have no idea how to say their name. It's in Russian, I'm pretty sure, but you can watch it with subtitles. It's a very good movie. Check into it. And finally, Metal Gear Survive's extra character save slots cost $10. Are you surprised? This is Konami. So, the long and the short of this is that there are SV coins in the game. There's a lot of different currencies, energies, and stuff like that. It's basically a phone game put onto consoles and PCs, and it's not good. And yeah, the SV coins range in price from $100 for $1 to $6,000 for $49. Jesus Christ, oh my God, have mercy on us. Anyways, you basically have to pay $10 to get an extra character slot because it gives you 1,150 SV coins. Now, the most devious part of this is that there's no way for you to buy exactly 1,000 coins. So let's just say this isn't as grimy as it sounds, and it's just one character slot costs an extra $10. I buy that. Okay, thumbs up. That's pretty crappy, but it's a lot better than this currency stuff that you have going on. But no. You have that leftover 150 SV coins there, so that kind of baits and lures you into wanting to spend more and get more to get what you need. It's a very devious mental psychological game that they are playing with their players, and I think it's disgusting, it's dirty, and Konami, ladies and gentlemen, this is gaming. This is 2018. If you told me 20 years ago you would have to pay $10 for a save slot, I would slap you in the mouth and say you're out of your mind. 2018, here we are. Violent video games cause shootings. You have to pay $10 for a save slot. Loot boxes aren't gambling. That'll do it for this episode of What You Missed News. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a big like and share this video because this news is important for people to know. If you disliked it, leave me a big dislike and let me know some constructive criticism in the section below. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out once again. I will see you guys in the next episode of What You Missed News, and hopefully you guys will have a better week than I will.